Let's bring in a lawyer, Libros Oshoma, who joins us live via Zoom from Lagos for more on this story. Good to have you join us, Libros Oshoma. Initially, the NBA did say... the NBA did ask JUSUN to call off the strike because of timing. But now the NBA seems to have now supported this strike. What do you make of all of this? You are a lawyer. What is the stance of the NBA?
Yeah, I did say on your station also at that time that the NBA statement about the timing was a mere political statement, because there's never a wrong time to do the right thing. And that even if you wait for eternity, it will always be the wrong time. And so that the best time to insist, is now. That I would have even expected that it would be immediately after the elections, when you had a lot of election petition cases at the tribunal hanging over, the head of the politicians and some governors. I think at that time they would have acceded to any demand made by courts, because they would need the courts to hear most of their cases simultaneously. But now it's still a very good time. And like everybody has said, it's a constitutional issue. It's Section 121, subsection 3, until even its amendment recently only accommodated the judiciary. But, with the amendment, the fourth alteration accommodated also the state houses of assembly. And we also know that the local government have been granted financial autonomy, but that autonomy is still in the pockets of the governors. And that's why at the scheduled meeting for last week, neither of the governors showed up. And asking the state branch executives to visit the governors and insist that they sit down to dialogue. For me, it's a wasted effort if, we do not take the steps that are taken now. So that's why.
And just allow me quickly jump in, because you just made a point that will lead me to my next question, because during the last meeting, the governors did state that they support the independence of the judiciary and the legislature, but they are opposed to the executive order 10 because they do not need the federal government to tell them what to do in that regard. If there is room for negotiation, because it does look like this issue is a yes or no issue, it's either you're given autonomy or not. So what's in between? What is the basics for negotiation?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't negotiate a constitutional issue. A constitutional issue does not give you room to begin to negotiate. And moreover, executive order 10, it's a directive on how to implement section 121, subsection 3. So it is not a provision that is modifying, or altering section 121. It is just on implementation, giving instructions and directives to the federal accountant general and then the state accountant general on how monies meant for the judiciary should be remitted directly to them. So it is just in compliance with section 121 sub 3. So it is not an order that tends to vary or modify the provisions of the constitution. So if the governors, in all honesty, say that they believe and that they agree that the judiciary should be autonomous, just the same way the governors are asking for autonomy for states, financial autonomy for states, then there is no need quarreling with an executive order that spells out modalities for complying with such action or such instruction, constitutional instruction that you did believe in. So
I have just a minute left. I have just a minute left. I just want to quickly throw this in, because we understand that the cells in police stations are full because there are no lawyers at this moment to build them. Prisons are full. There are just a lot of this has a lot of implication rather for even just the ordinary person in this country. How should JUSUN proceed, just so that we do not have cases that are being dragged on for years and for months?
The police are empowered to grant administrative bail. So the police can use that power to grant administrative bail since the courts are not working. And in some cases where the police needs court orders to freeze accounts and even to conduct search, it's quite unfortunate that can happen. That is why the police also need to join hands with JUSUN and the NBA to ensure that the governors comply with this constitutional provision. That's the only way out of it. Because, like I said, there's never a right time to do the wrong. There's never a wrong time to do the right thing.
It does look like we're going to be witnessing this for a while from the way you speak and what we've heard from JUSUN members. Libra Soshoma, lawyer, thanks for talking to us.